It doesn't just cross a river, it connects history, identity, and a nation. Tower Bridge, London's crown jewel of Victorian engineering. For more than 125 years, its towers have stood proudly over the Thames, a symbol of resilience and elegance. Its blue and white steel, its Gothic stone towers, and its iconic bascules lifting for ships have made it one of the most photographed landmarks in the world. But what if that familiar image vanished? What if Tower Bridge wasn't white and blue, but cloaked entirely in black? Not a crossing of celebration, but a passage into shadow. Hey everyone, welcome back to Eclipse Black. On this channel, we ask one question: what if the world was black? From monuments to myths, from science to sport, we reimagine how the most powerful color of all could transform our reality. And today, we turn to one of London's greatest icons, Tower Bridge, history and identity. The story of Tower Bridge is the story of ambition in the late 19th century. London was booming, the world's largest city, and the Thames was its lifeline. Ships carried goods from every corner of the empire, but this prosperity came with a problem: how to cross the river without choking its flow of trade. Construction began in 1886. Over 8 years, more than 400 workers toiled with stone and steel, creating something the world had never seen before. When it opened in 1894, Tower Bridge was hailed as an engineering marvel, powered by steam hydraulics, blending Gothic architecture with cutting-edge mechanics. It wasn't just infrastructure, it was identity. The pale stone towers reflected heritage, while its steel walkways symbolized innovation. Placed beside the Tower of London, it was deliberately designed to bridge the medieval with the modern. But imagine that same story told in black. Those towers no longer pale and ornate, but dark and commanding. The bascles rising not like welcoming arms, but like iron jaws opening into shadow. Instead of blending with the clouds, the bridge would look like a scar cut across the horizon. Symbolism of black in a bridges are not only practical, they are symbols. They unite cities, people, and cultures. They stand for progress, connection, and hope. But a black Tower Bridge would change all of that. Instead of a link of unity, it would become a gate of authority, a warning more than a welcome. From afar, the bridge would no longer shimmer against the Thames. It would dominate it. The towers would look less like guardians of the river and more like eternal sentinels watching over London. By day, its arches in black would look severe, outlined in faint golden light like an omen. By night, under floodlights, the bridge would glow not with charm, but with command. Crossing the Thames would no longer feel casual. It would feel ceremonial, almost divine, as though one was stepping into the presence of power itself. Psychology and culture. For tourists, Tower Bridge is joy. Families take photos, couples stroll across, children marvel as the bascules rise. In postcards and films, it is often painted with romance and playfulness. But in black, the psychology would change instantly. People would not laugh or pose with playful gestures. They would stand back, gazing in awe or in hesitation. London postcards would not sparkle with charm. They would radiate authority. Movies would no longer use the bridge as a romantic backdrop. Instead, it would feature in thrillers, dystopias, or epics about power. And for Londoners, their beloved bridge would shift meaning too. No longer resilience and pride, but permanence and command. Walking across it would not feel like passing through the heart of the city, but like stepping into destiny. The laughter of children and the chatter of tourists would fade into whispers, echoing against towers of shadow. Philosophical reflection. There is a reason bridges capture imagination. They are not only stone and steel, they are metaphors. They represent the journey from one side to another, from past to future, from limitation to possibility. Tower Bridge, in white and blue, embodies progress and optimism. It whispers that obstacles can be crossed, that innovation triumphs, that London endures. But in black, the metaphor shifts. The bridge would not symbolize opportunity, but inevitability. Not a playful icon of London, but a cathedral of permanence. Not just a bridge, but the gateway of shadow. Perhaps that is why imagining Tower Bridge in black feels unsettling. It forces us to reconsider the way architecture shapes psychology. The Silver Tower Bridge dazzles, reminding us of ingenuity and pride. The Black Tower Bridge would silence, reminding us of inevitability and power. Thank you for watching Eclipse Black. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, comment. Would you admire a Black Tower Bridge or fear it? Subscribe for more bold reimaginings, because here on Eclipse Black, we ask one question: what if the world was black?